Guys, I'm getting pretty tired of it. I'm sick of it. I'm fed up with it. I've put in so much time on a YouTube channel trying to show people how to do the right things, how to have a productive side hustle. And then I see stuff like this. And there are drivers out there that just take the absolute mickey out of it, the absolute piss out of the gig apps. They're terrible drivers out there. And I just want to share with you today a terrible driver's stats, okay? And I think it's going to shock a few of you is how bad some drivers are there. And these are drivers, guys, they're probably existing right now in your markets. They're out there in your markets and they just ruin it for you. I'm getting tired of it. I'm fed up. I'm tired of it because each time a bad driver is in your market and they are let to thrive in the market, it makes it worse for you. Because customers who use the apps, they'll turn around and be like, this was a terrible experience. This sucks. Then if it happens to them again, they're like, yeah, no, fuck this. I'm not using Doordash anymore. I'm not using Uber anymore. I'm not using Menulog anymore. And, they'll of course, the driver patterns, they'll move across to a different app to try that out. But even still, most drivers are multi-apping. So let's have a look at these shithouse stats, this shithouse driver's stats, okay? 14 contract violations. Have a look at this, 14 contract violations, and they're still active on the platform. 14 in their last 100 deliveries. 14 still active on the platform. And then if we have a scroll through here, let's scroll through all of their contract violations. It's all for extremely late delivery. So they're out there, they're multi-apping. Okay, so they're on at least 2 apps, and they're just picking up food, chucking the boot of their car, and they'll drive around and then drop it off whenever it's convenient for them. Okay, and that's why I'm fed up, guys. Okay, I'm fed up and sick of it because I'm out there trying to do the right thing. I know most of the people that watch this are out there trying to do the right thing. They're trying to either make money for a full-time job or alternatively, in my shoes, they're just trying to have a productive side hustle to make some extra money, to support themselves, support their families, support their goals that they want to work towards. And then people out here like this, doing this kind of crap, are stuffing it. They're stuffing it. I don't understand why these gig companies aren't kicking them out quicker. I don't understand why these gig companies don't have the safeguards in place to stop this driver and drivers like this driver when they do eventually get cut off from just re-signing up and then, starting a new account. And there's workarounds, guys. They figured out workarounds. So they'll just absolutely abuse an app. They'll get deactivated eventually. And they'll just use workarounds to get back on the apps again and keep working. And, if you do a little bit of research around, dig into the web a little bit, you'll find out how easy it is to set up a fake DoorDash account as a driver. Not as a customer, as a driver. It's not that hard to do. And I think America's got it pretty bad, and I think we're starting to see it a bit in Australia as well, identity theft. Okay, so people's identities have been stolen, they're setting up fake DoorDash accounts, and then just running absolutely shit on the platform. So that's the worst case offenders. Other than that, I can't talk to if this person's stats were someone using identity theft or not, but damn, dude, it looks like it. It looks like they don't give a shit. It looks like they don't care about any repercussions for doing the job. But I'm fed up with it. I'm sick of it. So I don't know, guys, are you sick of bad drivers in your market? Because it's a problem. Bad drivers in the market. It affects your pay. Just dead set. It affects your pay. Why? Well, one, you got to share your orders with these bad drivers. It's allocating orders through. And so orders that you could get, say you're having a slow day, you're not getting many offers through, well, there could be bad drivers on your market. And these bad drivers, they're getting just as many orders through as you. But if they weren't there, because they've been kicked off properly, then you'd probably get some more work. Other than that, customers ordering less because they're just having terrible experiences. In this case, 14 contract violations for extremely late delivery. Have you ordered through the gig apps before? How long are you happy to wait for your food if you're ordering as a customer? not being a driver trying to do the deliveries, but if you're ordering as a customer, how long do you think is acceptable to wait for your food? Leave that down below in the comments. Now, I'll tell a story. So before, let's go back. So before I was a driver myself, I used to live in Brisbane. I was just working my full-time job, and it was around the COVID period. Now, I had not done any delivery driving. I didn't understand anything about the community, how it all works, or anything like that. But as a customer, I knew how long I should be waiting for food because I was ordering quite regularly through COVID. I was a great customer in COVID period. I was ordering probably 2, maybe 3 times a week, having lunch delivered or having dinners delivered. The gig apps were just, good, I guess, for customers back then. Best way to put it. You can go out to restaurants yourself, and once you get, and this is what the gig companies like to do, guys. They like to get customers on board, get them used to using the apps, and then them repeat customers. That's what keeps their business going for them. So I was a repeat customer back then, and probably 1 in 10, I'd say that's a safe number, 1 in 10 deliveries, 1 in 10 orders that I was putting through, I had a problem with it. One of the extreme ones was I ordered from Guzman y Gomez. I was like, cool, it's lunch. I just want a burrito, dude. I'm hungry. So I paid the inflated prices, paid the delivery prices for it, all happy days. No tips, because Australia doesn't do tips, guys. You can't even add in a tip on, I think it was Menulog back then. Couldn't even add on a tip on Menulog. And even on Doordash these days, guys, you can't add a tip before the orders are being placed. That's an American thing. And you know what? We don't want tip culture over here, but that's a whole different topic for a different video. But this driver with the Guzman y Gomez, I watched them pick it up. I watched them wait there for a while, and then I watched them drive off in a different direction. And then I was like, hang on a second, they're not driving towards me. And I watched them drive a different direction again, then a different direction again. After 30 minutes of watching my food, after being picked up from the restaurant, just driving all around South Brisbane and then moving up towards North Brisbane, I contacted Menulog and I was like, hey guys, I've been waiting over an hour for my food, and I can watch the driver. I can see the driver on the map just driving around everywhere. They're not even coming close to me. And they said, sure, we'll have a look into what's going on. And then Menulog gets back to me and says, I couldn't reach the driver. I'm like, okay, are they coming? And Menulog entered the chat. I was like, what the hell? And then I watched this driver go all the way up into North Brisbane. And then I was like, okay, they're definitely not coming. And they unassigned the order. That was a terrible customer experience for me. And as a result, I really, as a customer, was like, damn, can I trust Menulog? Can I trust Menulog to place orders again? Because I just had this driver do this, and then I had to waste time trying to talk to support. They screwed it up. They ended the chat on me when they were chasing it down. I ended up reaching back out to Menulog support probably an hour later, and I just explained the situation again. They gave me credits back, of course, but even still, you're happy to wait 30 minutes for the food to get assigned to a driver in some cases, and then waiting an extra hour watching the driver, dip around. They're multi-apping. I know that for a fact now that I'm a driver and I know how it all works. They were just multi-apping, picking up food, chucking it on the boot, and then they forgot to cycle back on my order. And that's the bad multi-apping way. That's the way you don't want to do it. So yeah, a lot of drivers are still out there doing this kind of shit. It's been years since I've had that experience. But then seeing extremely late deliveries popping up, 14 in this case, there's still bad drivers out there, and customers would be dropping off. They'd be like, no, this sucks. This sucks. I don't like this. I'll try a different delivery app. And yeah, as I said before, sure, the orders move across from one app to the other. Customers move across from one app to the other. But still, these drivers are multi-apping, guys. They're on multiple apps. So what do you think can be done? Because I'm tired, I'm fed up, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of bad drivers. I set a good example. Most of the time, I think I set a good example on the YouTubes here, making videos showing the right way to do things. And then just to know in the background, there's people just absolutely tanking it. Ruining it for me, ruining it for you. What should be done about it? How can this driver still be active after 14 contract violations in their last 100 deliveries? How? It's ridiculous. How are the gig companies letting this fly? I don't think it's because they're low on drivers. I think markets are getting saturated. So how? Why is this happening? Why is this letting fly? And then, more importantly, like if you suck at this, let's be blunt. If you suck at this and you are getting extremely late contract violations, you're dropping off at the wrong addresses all the time, and it's happening multiple times. Because here's what's normal, guys. You don't have any contract violations. It is normal to not have any. Getting a contract violation, that's a blue moon event. That's rare. Okay? So if you're out there right now, you're like, yeah, I've got 5 contract violations, it's all good. No, it's not all good. You're doing something wrong. Fix it for fuck's sake. All right, I'm fed up. I'm done with it. That's my rant for today. What do you guys think? Do you think bad drivers are in your market? Are you seeing the impact of this stuff? If you have 5 contract violations in your last 100 deliveries and you think it's okay, fucking comment down below, okay? Come at me with it.